Now, it's been a tough year for Tiger Woods ever since his infidelity came to light. Tiger hasn't had a single tournament win since then. Now, sales of his Nike apparel have also slumped in an environment of rising golfwear sales. So, to discuss the rise and fall in the value of the Tiger Woods brand, Hales, CEO of the world's largest brand consultancy, joins me in the studio now. So, Graham, what are your thoughts on this? Can the Tiger brand be rebuilt?
Well, clearly it's been a very difficult year for Tiger Woods. It's not just a golfing story, it's a full-rounded media story. The brand inevitably has suffered during this period. Whether it can be rebuilt is largely down to his form on the golf course.
And what drives the brand value of a sportsman like Tiger Woods? What's the criteria?
A sportsman like Tiger Woods becomes a spokesperson for his sport, if you like. People understand golf, but it's about understanding Tiger Woods as a person. And he stood up to be an ambassador for that sport and was also able to be an endorser for the brands that he was associated with. That value has plummeted. And
I suppose his brand is ultimately based, as you point out, on his performance. And the fact is that he's played through the year without winning a single tournament.
Well, first and foremost, he is a golfer, but also we saw him as a more rounded personality. And I think part of the issue with the brand is that the shock that the revelations created around Tiger Woods, who presented himself as being a conservative person that could be followed and admired in so many ways.
He's now 83rd on the PGA Tour's money list. And we've seen the sales of his line with Nike slump as well. It doesn't bode well for him, does it?
Well, certainly the stock is falling, if you like, to borrow that metaphor. The only way back for him is to start being great at golf again. The public story is kind of done now. The divorce is out there. It's a case of, he now needs to get back on the course and make the improvements there, which is just what he's trying to do. Whether he comes back or not, possibly it could be the best comeback story ever. Nike's stuck with him so far, but, we have to wait and see.
Yeah, it's interesting because Nike has continued to back Tiger, as we've seen. They've said that we've never underestimated his abilities as a competitor. Is this kind of support likely to last?
Well, again, that's open to speculation. A lot of these things will be drawn out of the contracts which are already in place. So you can see people haven't renewed their contracts with him, but those people that are already tied into a long-term contract could possibly still be backing Tiger and still trying to sponsor that sports person that we know is still somewhere inside the character.
Yeah, when we speak about his brand, this is something that is inextricably linked with his image. And as you say, we've had scandals, huge level of media, of publicity surrounding his personal life. How has this affected his fans? His fan base?
I think his fans had to get over the shock of all of this. We can see some of them are publicly in blogs saying that they're still very much on side, but I think the general core has gone through an examination of a personality that's quite difficult to feel that one holds up as being any sort of role model in society at the moment.
So what are the obstacles to Tiger rebuilding his brand?
Well, first and foremost, it's down to his form. Can he play golf in a way that people admire and people want to back or feel like they're fans of? He's tried to do the thing within the public domain where he's apologised for his behaviour. He's tried to show that he's taken corrective action, if you like, in terms of some of the things he's been doing personally around it. But he is deeply a private person, so again, it's much more difficult for him to try and make the right sort of statements.
So what did you make of the handling of all of that? Was it done well?
Culturally, it's quite difficult because inevitably these things are kind of done within the core of his domain, being the US geography, and how those messages translate to a global audience is always very difficult.
Well, thank you very much indeed, Hales, Chief Executive Officer of Interbrand here in London.